Homeward Bound, written by Ellen G. White.
Oh, to grace, how great a debtor daily I'm constrained to be. Let thy goodness, like a fetter, bind me closer still to thee. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, oh, take and seal it for thy courts above.
Surrender and Acceptance, March 5th. It's either or.
He who is not with me is against me. Matthew chapter 12, verse 30.
Satan is continually seeking to overcome the people of God by breaking down the barriers which separate them from the world. Ancient Israel were enticed into sin when they ventured into forbidden association with the heathen. In a similar manner, all modern Israel led astray. The God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. All who are not decided followers of Christ are servants of Satan. In the unregenerate heart, there is love of sin and a disposition to cherish and excuse it. In the renewed heart, there is hatred of sin and determined resistance against it. When Christians choose the society of the ungodly and unbelieving, they expose themselves to temptation. Satan conceals himself from view and stealthily draws his deceptive covering over their eyes. They cannot see that such company is calculated to do them harm, and while all the time assimilating to the world in character, words, and actions, they are becoming more and more blinded.
Conformity to worldly custom converts church to the world. It never converts the world to Christ. Familiarity with sin will inevitably cause it to appear less repulsive. He who chooses to associate with the servants of Satan will soon cease to fear their master. When in the way of duty we are brought into trial, as was Daniel in the king's court, we may be sure that God will protect us. But if we place ourselves under temptation, we shall fall sooner or later.
The tempter often works most successfully to those who are least suspected of being under his control. The possessors of talents and education are admired and honored, as if these qualities could atone for the absence of the fear of God or entitle anyone to his favor. Talent and culture, considered in themselves, are gifts of God. But when these are made to supply the place of piety, when instead of bringing the soul nearer to God, they lead away from Him, then they become a curse and a snare. The opinion prevails with many that all which appears like courtesy or refinement must, in some sense, pertain to Christ. Never was there a greater mistake. Their qualities should grace the character of every Christian, for they would exert a powerful influence in favor of true religion. But they must be consecrated to God, or they also are a power for evil.
Oh, to grace, how great a debtor daily I'm constrained to be. Let thy goodness, like a fetter, bind me closer still to thee. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's is my heart. Oh, take and seal it for thy courts above. Join us tomorrow for another devotional reading by God's grace. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved.